Today, we're going to crochet an iPad clutch using these 4 colors of yarn to demonstrate the process. The crochet hook included in the kit is a 3.0 mm hook. These are the yarn needle and stitch marker. We'll start crocheting from the bottom of the bag. Take the green yarn, leave a 3 inches tail, and make a slip knot. Take the 3 mm crochet hook and insert it into the slip knot. Hold the yarn with one hand, using your thumb and index finger to pinch the position of the knot. Next, yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. You should now see a V-shaped stitch forming. This is a chain stitch. Let me demonstrate how to crochet a chain stitch again. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. You can see there are 2 V shapes here, which means you've completed 2 chain stitches. Let's continue crocheting until we have a total of 66 chain stitches. After completing 66 chain stitches, pull the loop a little longer and count the stitches to make sure you have the right total. Each V represents 1 chain stitch, so you should have a total of 66 V stitches. Next, let's start crocheting the first round. Find the 3rd chain from the hook. This is the upper half of the 3rd chain from the hook. Insert your hook into this stitch to begin the first row. First, we are going to crochet a double crochet. Let me demonstrate. Yarn over, insert the hook into the 3rd stitch, yarn over again, and pull through, leaving 3 loops on the hook. Then, yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops, followed by yarn over again and pulling through the remaining 2 loops. This is the first double crochet, and you'll see a V-shaped stitch. Mark this stitch with a stitch marker. Next, insert your hook into the upper half of the next stitch and make a double crochet. The second double crochet. After completing the double crochet, you'll see the vertical stitch column and the V-shaped stitch at the top. Next, crochet 2 more double crochet stitches. The 3rd double crochet is now complete. For the 4th double crochet, work an incomplete double crochet, leaving 2 loops on the hook. Set it aside for now. Take the pink yarn and make a slip knot, leaving a 3 inches tail. We place the pink loop onto the crochet hook. Then pull the yarn through the 2 loops on the hook. We can see that in the final step, we changed yarn color, replacing the green with the pink. Next, we continue crocheting the double crochet with the pink yarn, while also tucking the ends of the green and pink yarns behind the fabric. We continue crocheting a double crochet with the pink yarn in next stitch. The first pink double crochet is complete. Next, crochet 2 more double crochets and 1 incomplete double crochet to form a group. Change the yarn color when finishing the incomplete double crochet. Now we've reached the last stitch of the 4th pink double crochet. Switch from the pink yarn to the green yarn to complete the final stitch. Now that we've finished the 4th double crochet and switched to the green yarn, continue crocheting 3 double crochets and 1 incomplete double crochet with the green yarn, while tucking the pink yarn behind the piece. As we can see, the pattern has formed 3 groups of 4 double crochets. We'll continue repeating this process until we reach the last stitch of this row. When we reach the last stitch of this row, we'll switch the yarn in the same way. Once one side is finished, lay it flat. There should be a total of 16 squares, each made up of 4 double crochets. Now, rotate the piece to crochet the other side. On this side, you'll see the remaining half stitches along the piece. The point I'm pointing to is where we'll start crocheting. This side also has 64 stitches, and we'll crochet a total of 16 groups, with 4 squares in each group. Yarn over, and insert hook into the start half stitch. We tuck the yarn tails to the back and continue crocheting. Now, when we reach the incomplete half stitch of the first set, we continue with the color change. After switching the yarn, gently pull the green yarn to tighten the stitch, then continue crocheting double crochets with the pink yarn. Switch the yarn color and continue crocheting until the end. Now that we've reached the last stitch, switch the yarn and complete the stitch. Make a slip stitch into the marked stitch to close the round. Remove the marker. Insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, and pull through both the stitch and the loop on the hook. This completes one slip stitch. Next, we crochet 2 chain stitches as the starting stitches for the second round. The first round is complete. On the right side, the stitches are neat and uniform, while on the wrong side, you can see the color changes from the yarn swaps. This side is the wrong side, which will be the inside of the bag. Now, we move on to the second round of crocheting. We continue by crocheting 4 green double crochets in this round. After crocheting the first double crochet, use a stitch marker to mark the stitch. Don't forget to keep the pink yarn tucked in the back while you crochet. When you get to the last incomplete double crochet, switch to the pink yarn by yarning over and pulling it through the 2 loops on your hook. Keep going the same way until the last stitch of this round. We've made it to the last stitch of the round. This time, unlike the previous round, we're not switching yarn here. Just keep using the pink yarn to finish the last stitch, then slip stitch to close the round. We don't need to change colors here because, after finishing 2 rounds, you'll notice a checkerboard-like square pattern forming. For the next round, the first square will also be pink, just like the last square from the second round, so we can keep using the pink yarn without switching. Tuck the green yarn to the back, then slip stitch to close the round. Next, chain 2 to start the round. Then, we crochet the first double crochet and mark it with a stitch marker. Keep going with double crochets. At the fourth double crochet, change to the green yarn. Keep going with double crochets, just be sure the colors in this round are alternating with the last round. Looking at the right side again, you'll see the first and second rounds make one set of square grids, and the third and fourth rounds make another. The colors switch between the two sets, and every 4 rounds make up one full repeat. Now we've reached the last stitch of the 4th round. This time, we won't change yarn, just slip stitch into the marked stitch to close the round. After finishing 4 rounds, you'll see 2 full sets of alternating square grids, creating a checkerboard pattern. Following that same pattern, rounds 5 and 6 will start with green squares. Just keep going like this until you've completed all 25 rounds. Now we're working the last double crochet of the 25th round. Finish it off with the pink yarn. Now we're starting the 26th round, and this time there's no need to change yarn. We'll use the pink yarn for all the double crochets in this round. Let me show you how. Slip stitch with the pink yarn to close the round, then chain 2 to start the next round. Crochet the first double crochet and place a stitch marker on it. Keep crocheting double crochets around. After about 4 to 5 stitches, with the green yarn tucked neatly in the back, go ahead and cut the green yarn. Continue crocheting double crochets until you reach the last stitch of the round. Keep crocheting double crochets all the way to the last stitch of the round. Now that the main part of the iPad clutch is finished, you should see a total of 12 groups of squares, with each group made up of 2 rows. In the last group, the first row is crocheted as usual, and the second row is worked entirely in pink double crochets. That gives us 26 rows in total. Next, we'll crochet the flap. For the flap, we'll be working back and forth in rows. First, flip the piece over and chain 2 to get started. Flip the work back and continue crocheting. First, we're going to decrease 3 double crochet stitches along the side edge. Let me show you how. Yarn over and insert your hook into the first stitch. Then yarn over and pull through. Now you've got 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. That finishes the first half of the decrease. Yarn over again and insert your hook into the next stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and now you've got 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, leaving 3 loops. Yarn over once more and go into the third stitch. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on your hook. We've worked 3 incomplete double crochets, and now yarn over and pull through all 4 loops on the hook. That completes the decrease of 3 double crochets. Place a stitch marker on the first stitch. Now we're going to decrease of the 4th and 5th stitches. This will be a decrease of 2 double crochets. Let me show you how. First, we crochet 2 incomplete double crochets as before. After that, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. The decrease of 2 double crochets is complete, and you should see a V-shaped stitch. Next, we'll crochet 54 double crochets, working 1 into each stitch across. Once we have crocheted 54 double crochets, there will be 5 stitches left. To match the right side, we'll start with a 2 double crochet decrease, then finish with a 3 double crochet decrease. And that finishes the 2 double crochet decrease. The 3 double crochet decrease is finished. The first row is done. Now let's start the second row. First, chain 2 for the starting chain. Then, flip the work over. For the second row, we'll crochet 58 double crochets with no increases or decreases. Crochet until reach the stitch marker. Then, remove the marker and make a double crochet to finish this row. Here's the pattern for crocheting the flap. In rows 3 to 5, as well as rows 8, 10, and 11, work a 2 double crochet decrease on both sides and regular double crochets in the middle. For rows 6, 7, and 9, just crochet double crochets straight across with no increases or decreases. The decrease method at the sides stays the same. Let's go through the last row. For the first 2 stitches of the 11th row, we'll work a half double crochet decrease. Yarn over, insert the hook into the first stitch, yarn over again, and pull through. Now, we have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, yarn over again, and pull through. There should be 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 loops at once. Next, keep crocheting 44 double crochets until you reach the last 2 stitches. For the last 2 stitches, do the same half double crochet decrease as before. After finishing the decrease, chain 1 to secure the work. With the flap done, it's time to bring in the white yarn and add the edging. Leave around a 3 inches tail with the white yarn, then tie a slip knot to begin. Next, we'll crochet the white yarn along the flap's edge. Flip the bag over and begin from this side. You can see that the bottom row of pink double crochets is the last round of the bag body, and the row right above it is the first row of the flap. In the decrease stitch, you can see 2 holes here. We'll work the edging into those holes, with 1 stitch in each. The second row has no increases or decreases, and you'll see 2 holes beside the stitches as well. Work 1 stitch into each. We'll keep using this method all the way to the top. Let me demonstrate. Insert the hook into the lowest hole and pull up a loop. We'll hide the yarn tail as we crochet. Create a chain, then work a single crochet into the same hole. Insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Then yarn over again and pull through both loops on the hook. This is a single crochet. In the next hole, work another single crochet. For the 2 holes in the second row, crochet a single crochet in one and a half double crochet in the other. We're going to do a half double crochet in this hole. I'll show you how. Yarn over, insert the hook into the hole. Yarn over again and pull up a loop. There should be 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over once more and pull through all 3 loops. That completes the half double crochet stitch. In each of the following holes, work a double crochet and continue like this until you reach the last row. Now we're at the half double crochet decrease in the last row. Wheel crochet into the side hole and the stitch next to it to make a half double crochet decrease. I'll show you how. Yarn over, insert the hook into the first hole, and pull up a loop. Next, yarn over, go into the next stitch, and pull up a loop. Now there are 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through them all in one go. Then just keep going with double crochets, 1 in each stitch. Now we're on the other side. Just like the right side, we'll do a half double crochet decrease here too. Next, keep crocheting a double crochet in each hole until reach the last 4 stitches. For the last 4 stitches, start by making a half double crochet. Then, crochet a single crochet stitch. For the last 2 stitches, work a single crochet in each. With the flap done, grab a yarn needle and weave the tails into the stitches around it. Then, we place the lining inside the bag. Now, take out the red yarn and start crocheting the heart-shaped strap. Start with a magic ring. Wrap the yarn around your fingers twice. Move the loops to your other hand, and hold the bottom. Insert the hook into the loop, yarn over, pull through the loop, and chain 1. This V-shaped stitch is the first chain. Next, continue by crocheting 2 chain stitches. Next, wheel crochet 3 treble crochet stitches. Let me show you how to make a treble stitch. Yarn over twice and insert the hook into the hole. Pull up a loop. There are 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops on the hook. leaving 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again and pull through the next 2 loops. Yarn over one last time and pull through the remaining 2 loops. That completes 1 treble crochet stitch. Repeat this 2 more times for the next 2 stitches. Next, we crochet 3 double crochet stitches. Then, we crochet 1 chain stitch. Next, crochet 1 treble crochet stitch. Then, crochet 1 chain stitch. That makes the tip of the heart. Now we'll add 3 double crochets. Then, we crochet 3 treble crochet stitches. Finally, we crochet 3 chain stitches. Now, push all the loops to the sides and find the short yarn tail. Pull on the loop to find the moving thread, then pull that thread in the opposite direction to close the loop. Next, pull the short yarn tail tightly to secure the ring. Finally, insert the hook back into the center of the ring and make a slip stitch. Tighten the loop. Next, we crochet 137 chain stitches. Let's double count the stitches to confirm. Next, find the top half of the 13th stitch from the end and join with a slip stitch. After completing the slip stitch, a ring is formed here. Now, flip the chains over to the back. You'll see the bumps running along. These are called the back bars. We'll work slip stitches into each back bar, all the way to the last stitch. Once you get to the last stitch, insert the hook into the middle of the heart and slip stitch to finish it off. Cut the yarn and use a yarn needle to weave the end into the stitches to hide it. Attach the strap to the center of the white flap edging. Pull the loop through the stitch. Then insert the heart into the loop and pull it all the way through. All done. Your iPad clutch is complete. Hope you enjoyed the crocheting time.